Well, I'm at Thermopolis, Wyoming at Hot Springs State Park. This is one of the thermal features, like a travertine dome. I'm gonna head in and maybe go in one of the hot springs. It's just at the visitor center and should be fun. Well, I'm at the bathhouse at Hot Springs and just got a locker, put my suit on, and getting ready to do my free 20-minute soak outside. There's the indoor pool. I'm gonna opt for the outdoor pool. Here's the outdoor pool. It's at least 104 degrees. Thank goodness there's some shade. I didn't put sunscreen on. And these are the thermal features. Look, it's about 2:30 on a Wednesday. Not too busy. The water is just right. That was fabulous. I stayed in for 25 minutes. The time limit was 20, but no one came and got me. Not busy. Free. Can't beat it. Well, I had an amazing soak at the bathhouse, and now I'm just driving around, and this is the teepee fountain. They put a pipe in the spring to vent the steam, and then the travertine or calcium carbonate just kind of laid down on the sides of the pipe and some of the bricks they used, and over time formed this huge dome. So it's just layer upon layer of travertine laid down, and the colors are the different like algae mats, sort of the same as in Yellowstone. Well, this is all pool of water here. It's still, water's coming out. It smells like sulfur, and the water sort of hits you here. It feels good. It's cool. The breeze must just cool it immediately. But you can just walk all around it. What a neat thing. So this is the teepee fountain. This is an old mineral hot spring, so you can see where the travertine laid down kind of in layers there. Yeah, so this was a big hot spring pool. I don't know how long ago, but pretty cool. Looks like it was quite deep at one time. The rock here is beautiful. Red. Sky's so blue. What a cool spot. Well, I'm up on the Buffalo Road, Buffalo Range here at the Hot Springs. I haven't, oh, there they are. I was gonna say I haven't seen any yet. There they are in the distance. Hard wallow. Here is coming in. I think that's the theme of my last 2 weeks of my trip. Looks like a storm's coming in. So I'm going to keep moseying around, and if it storms, I'll just sit in my car and wait it out. Beautiful here. Little bird talking to me. I don't know what kind it is. He's welcoming me to the Smoky Row Cemetery. This was for people who came in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They would dug out basically homes in this area, and then have wood smoke, and so it would look like a smoky row up here. But some of them died here and were buried in some of these unmarked graves. And then there's this metal cross dedicated to those who came in 1893. People were coming here a long time ago for the hot springs. I see the storm coming. Here in Wyoming, you can tell what the weather's going to be by looking at the big sky. Here's one of the buffalo. They're getting ready for a storm. The buffalo herd here is a managed herd they have, so they control the population. So every year they sell off some buffalo, I guess, as breeding stock for other areas. I'm in the Wyoming Dinosaur Museum. It looks really cool. They have some neat displays. This one's on stromatolites, or basically early algae mats. And look at these cool fossils. Trilobite mastiff. Neat. Right? I'm going to be looking at all of these displays. They have some really amazing fossils here. Look at that ammonite. It's beautiful, the colors. And they here's another ammonite. And oh, there's like crinoids. Look at that. Wow, it's just beautiful. More crinoids up here. What are these? The brittle stars, I think. And this one got some trilobites, brittle stars, starfish. I didn't realize starfish have been around for 400 million years. They're very successful. Here's a shark. And another guitar fish. And a shark. They're just amazing fossils they have here. And it's free to come here. These are the origins of fish with a backbone. Look at these ones. This is what they would have looked like, but 33 feet long. Placoderms. And they have jaws. Crazy. More fish. Look at the dinosaurs. Well, this place is just amazing. It has the best collection of fossils and the best preserved ones I've ever seen. And they have a lab where you can watch them working on the fossils. I hear you can also sign up for dinosaur digs as well. Well, I would highly recommend this museum. So many amazing specimens. A lot of these huge dinosaur specimens are real and from Wyoming. My favorite here, though, is this one. It's a crinoid, or a plant that was in the ocean. It's amazing detail. There's the stem. It would usually attach to a piece of wood or stone. The stem is super preserved. You can see all the little segments, and then it looks like a flower. So pretty. It's a huge specimen. That's sort of what they would look like here. A flower with a stem hanging down from a piece of wood. This one is so beautiful. At the Fountain of Youth campground and RV area, and they have a natural mineral hot springs, which I'm getting ready to go into. I just had a yummy Thai food, and this well was drilled in 1918. They were looking for oil, but struck hot mineral water. And there you can see the content of the water: calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, carbonate, bicarbonate, sulfate, and chloride. So, and the source of the water is this well, or this spring right here. So this is where they drilled, and then the carbonate just lays down, or basically travertine or limestone just forms these cones. That's so cool. And that hot water is coming out, and then they filter the water here into the pools, and each pool is successively cooler. And the scenery around here is pretty awesome too. I'm just car camping in a 4Runner, so they gave me the tent rate of $30 a night, and the hot springs is open 7 to 9:30 every day. So, well worth it. Can't wait to get in here. Kind of feels like I'm in Yellowstone. It smells like it too. I just came around the back and saw where they're draining off tons of this hot water. Look at that. So neat. And that color is just algae mats. If you're coming to this area, I'd stay here. And this is the camping part of the park. Pretty basic. There's the main office. I got the first spot here. And then laundry room, restrooms, and showers. Showers are 25 cents for 2.5 minutes. I am getting my stuff and going in the water. Well, good morning. Little rain, little thunder showers last night. Right now I'm just at the lookout of the world's largest mineral hot springs here in Thermopolis. And those are the springs there. And then all the white stuff is the travertine formation that the minerals precipitate out of the spring water and form that travertine flow, and the color is the algae. Oh, and then there's like a little bridge here over some of the springs. A little bit later, I'm gonna do the little walking path through there. Right now, I'm gonna head over to the Dinosaur Museum and do their kind of walk-on adventure where they take you up to where they're collecting dinosaur bones, and you get to kind of tour around. So cool, this lavender, all these honeybees are on the lavender. They were sleeping there. Look at them, these ones look like they're still sleeping. Ah, neat. They're everywhere. I'm at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center again, and I'm doing a walk-on dig site tour. Next time I'm here, I'm gonna do the all-day digging for dinosaur bones, definitely, but this is what you could sign up for the day of. So I'm waiting for that. Should be fun.
This was just the side of a cliff. Looked pretty much like across the valley there. We simply scrambled up to the side of the cliff, and this particular site, we saw a very interesting rock layer that caught our attention. Most of our other sites are found, once we identify the Morrison Formation, we simply look for dinosaur bone fragments coming out of the rock as the dinosaurs eroding from weather, rain, whatever. So we follow those bone fragments like a breadcrumb trail and eventually find the whole dinosaur itself. So anywhere along the dirt path is fine. Where I'm standing here, you guys are fine right there. But where I'm standing on this stuff, this is our site, as well as a very big tripping hazard. So as you can see, this rock layer here is very lumpy and bumpy. I mentioned earlier, when it comes to finding dinosaurs, normally what happens is we find the bone fragments coming out of the rock layer. We follow them up like a breadcrumb trail and find the rest of the dinosaurs, making a site. This site, it wasn't dinosaur bones that caught our attention, it was this whole lumpy, bumpy layer of rock. So where you guys are standing was the edge of the cliff. We had about 10 to 15 feet of rock above this layer. So we removed that with a backhoe, shovels, and pickaxes. Once we got to this layer of interest, we started using our brooms and dustpans, working a bit more, well, tediously. Hi. Oh, sure thing. No problem. Perfect. You guys arrived just in time, because this site, I was just explaining, it's not the bones that caught our attention at this place, it was this whole layer of rock. We had to dig all the rocks above this back to realize that all this lumpy, bumpy stuff is just footprints. What you were seeing here is footprint on top of footprint. We've only highlighted the most prominent ones in red because these are ones we can tentatively identify. I say tentatively because all we've been calling these big round tracks here are sauropods. Sauropods are long-necked dinosaurs. In the Morrison, there's Cattydochus, Gallimimus, Barosaurus, Uposaurus, Brachiosaurus. I'm not going to name them all. There's a dozen or more species. And they all have big rounded back feet to hold up a lot of weight. So we just call these ones sauropods. So those two over there, and this little one at the edge, is smaller. They have three-toed feet and then in claws. These belong to what we call theropod dinosaurs. Theropods are the meat eaters, or dinosaurs descended from the meat-eating lineage. T-Rex, Velociraptor, chickens, turkeys, and Allosaurus. Allosaurus is the most common theropod we have here in the Jurassic, so we often call these allosaur tracks. Now behind me, all these big brown lumps, these guys clustered around here, a big one by the plastic bag, a big one here, and a lot of small ones over there. This is the main site. These are the bones. But notice how what's going on here. They came, they fed, and then they left, leaving only their footprints and teeth behind in the process. Sometimes it's all paleontology is. It only gives as much information as we're given. After 150 million years, well, we're pretty lucky to have this much information. You always dig around and look for more, though. There's always more to learn at sites like this. When I was an intern here in 2017, everything in this building was still covered in rock and sediment. So over those years, we dug this back, found more footprints and bones and teeth. Eventually, ended up finding another big dinosaur in this corner. These are the bones of another sauropod, a long-necked dinosaur. That's honestly about all I can say about it, because it's
Well, I finished the tour of the dinosaur dig site, which was super cool. The guide was very knowledgeable, and that was really fun. Now I definitely have to go back and do it. Who's going to do it with me? So now I'm at the largest mineral hot spring here, and this is where I was yesterday there at the bathhouse mineral pool. You can do the free 20-minute soak. I'm just walking around the terraces where the water comes out and checking that out. Good boardwalk. It's raining today. There you can see some of the flow of that water out. Not sure what the temperature is of the water. Where I stayed last night at the campground, the water came out at 130 degrees. I get close, and I don't feel a lot of heat off of it. Sort of like Mammoth Hot Springs in Yellowstone. I'm starting to definitely smell the sulfur. Now I'm starting to feel some of the heat off of the hot springs. You can see the steam coming off that top right there. This is where the hottest water's coming out. So we're right on a boardwalk, right in between the terraces. Pretty cool. boardwalk must be pretty resilient. Yeah, definitely there's some heat and sulfur up here, these top springs. Seem pretty warm and odorous. I'll head over to the bridge. Heading over the swinging bridge here. Be interested to see how much give it has. Oh, hardly any give. Pretty stable. Got the river below. I think that's the Elkhorn River. Lots of travertine. Look at all the travertine on the edges. Very cool. Beautiful. Lots of travertine over here. Nice view. Oh yeah. And then the view of the mineral spring. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, here's the view of the mineral springs from across the bridge. Pretty nice. Definitely worth a little walk over here. Across the bridge there. Well, this is just a little stream that flows under the boardwalk here at the end. But this seems to be the hottest. You can really feel the heat, smell the odor, and the color, the green color of the algae usually means the water is 110 degrees. Those orange and red colors, it's more like 85 degrees. So this is definitely a hotter stream here, and you can tell all the steam there. Still kind of beautiful, that blue color. This is right at the beginning or end of the trail, depending on your perspective.